Happy Friday, guys! So we're going to start Friday's activities with some handwriting. We're going to do them the same as we did earlier this week. We have got 2 tricky words and 2 high frequency words, so 4 altogether. We're going to make sure our letters are perfectly formed, sitting either in between those 2 black lines, or our descenders going all the way down to the red, or our ascenders going all the way up to the other red line, making sure that where possible we don't take that pen or pencil off. Are we ready? Let's have a go then. Turn it round. There we go. I think we can see that beautifully. The is one of our tricky words that we have learned so much throughout this year. So if I'm honest, I bet you could pause me right now and I bet you could do this one all by yourself. Maybe. Let's see if some of you can. The is one of our tall letters. We start up at the top red line, all the way down to the bottom black line with a little curve and across the middle. Is quite a tall letter too. So we start up at that top red line, again, all the way down to the bottom black line, back up to the middle and over. Tiny little curl on the end. And then we've got an E. So we start that right in between the 2 black lines. We go across. Miss Ashes gives him a hat and then gives him a little tail. Now this one is definitely a tricky word. To-her. To-her. That is not a real word at all, is it? That's definitely one of our tricky words. The. And most of us by now, I hope we know that one because we've worked so hard on it this year. The next one is she. She. And we did he the other day. She, we start with our so we start with a curve on our the top of our black line, and we curl him at the middle, back the other way, all the way back down to our bottom black line. We've already practiced our H today. We've done super work with that already. So start at the top of our red line. At the top red line, it's a tall letter, down to the bottom black line, back to the middle and over. Little curl on the end. And our we do a line in between our 2 black ones, give him a hat and give him a tail. We've done that one twice today. No, Miss Ashurst, it's a tricky word. We just have to know it. She. We can't chop that one up. We just have to know it. The next one is came. So the other day we did come here, come on. Today is came. She came to see me the other day. Came. So it starts with our k. We start at the top of our black line and we go round all the way down to our bottom black line. With our a, we start at the top black line. We go all the way round to the bottom. It's a bit like a k again, but then we go back up to the top. We come down again. Oh, a little curl on the end. Did you notice Miss Ashes didn't take her pen off at all when she did her a? We'll practice that one again in a minute. My I start at the top black line, down to the bottom black line. And remember yesterday I talked about the boing, boing, back up to the top, boing, boing. That's how I like to remember mine. And on the end of came is that again. We go across the middle of the 2 black lines, give him a hat, then we give him a tail. Came. Now it does look like a bit of a tricky one and that we couldn't really chop it up. But when we get to year 1 and we look at the a and the together, they make the split vowel digraph A. For any of you that might have seen those before. So this is our word, our high frequency word, came. So far, let's recap, guys, what we've done. The, she, and came. Our last one today is with. Now, we definitely can chop this one up, really, but it's one of those words that we see all the time, so we need to know it very quickly if we're honest. We're going to start with our U, and all of this letter sits within our black lines. So we go down and back up again. So it's a bit like an but the other way round. And in the middle, we don't need to go all the way to the top of our black lines. Our I, we start at the top of our black line, down to the bottom and with a little curl and a dot. Now our T is one of our tall letters. So we start at the top, we go all the way down to our bottom black line with a little curl. And then we cross him over at the middle. And then again, we know this one, we've done this one twice already. We start at the top red line, all the way down to the bottom black line, back up to the middle, see, didn't take my pencil off, over and give him a little kick. Remember to make that our tall letter nice and tall, because otherwise we might end up with one that looks a bit like this. And that's an and we didn't need an n, we needed a. So make sure our ascender is nice and tall and stick goes all the way to that top red line. With the I really want us to focus on the to make sure it goes the right way and to make sure we're not just adding a stick on the side of a circle. So sometimes Miss Asher sees look like this. And that's not quite what our should look like. Our should start at the top black line, curve all the way round to the bottom of the black line. See, I'm still touching the pen, not taking it off the paper, all the way to the top black line, back down with a curl. You see, I didn't take it off at all. It was one long, smooth movement. So guys, have a go at those, have a look at them and see how we get on. Love to see those letters and love how you're forming them all already. You are all doing such a super job with your handwriting. I'm so proud.